Welcome to Fantasy Team of 16. Fantasy Team of 16 is one of the newest ways to enjoy the men's college basketball tournament. The main goal behind this game is to pick 16 players that you think will be the 16 highest scoring players in the tournament. So this video is about creating and editing your roster. So starting from your member homepage, let's first create a tournament roster. Click on the yellow Create Roster button. So you have three ways to search for your players. You can search by player, school, or the top 100 players. For this example, we are going to use the top 100 players search. Now be careful here. This list is showing you the top 100 players in the country in regards to points per game. But that player may not be in the tournament, so be careful. To start adding your player to your team, click on the black Add button to the right. Once you do, you'll notice that the player joins your team on the right-hand side. You can name your team at any time, but for right now, we're just going to go right down the line and add the top 16 players shown. Now you'll see, as I'm adding players, your team on the right-hand side populates. There are three notifications that will stop you. Number one, if I were to add or select Kemba Walker twice, I get the notification that you've already selected this player. Number two, when I select, say, Austin Default from Colorado, I get the notification that you've already added 5 players from this school. The only limit on roster selections is that you only use 5 players from any one college team. Austin was number 6, therefore I am not allowed to add him. And lastly, if I add a 17th player, I get the notification that I already have 16 players on my roster. So once you have your Fantasy Team of 16 roster picked, you're ready to name it. Name it whatever you want. You can always edit your team name later if you have a change of heart. Save it and hit the My Rosters tab. The My Rosters tab shows only your rosters. There you go. You'll notice that once it's created, it shows up here, and it's already submitted into the General Admission League. The General Admission League is the overall public league that everyone is submitted into. Now let's say you have a change of heart and you want to change your roster. Not a problem. You can make any changes you want up until tip-off of the first game on Thursday. Keep in mind that Fantasy Team of 16 does not yet take into account the playing games on Tuesday. So, from your My Rosters page, click on your newly created team. This page shows your roster, including the player's name, his school, the school seed in the tournament, points he has scored in the tournament each round, and his total tournament points. To make any changes to your team, click on the Edit Roster button in the corner. In this example, we're going to use the School Search button. From here, you can search by school name, conference, region, or seed. The region and seed tabs will populate once the tournament begins, or once the tournament teams are announced. If you only want to look at number 1 seeds, you can do it right here. For this example, we are going to use the School Search button. So hit the Search Schools tab. Again, for this example, we're going to select UConn. Go over to your roster on the right-hand side and delete the player you no longer want by selecting the little trash can icon. Now you have room to select a new player. We're going to select Kyle Bailey because with a 0 points per game, he would never be selected otherwise. Verify that you have 16 players, save your roster, and now you're ready for tip-off. So there you have it. You just created and edited your roster. So thank you and good luck from Fantasy Team of 16.